Hi everybody, this is TLC Artistry with the founders Tiana Walker and Carmen Mejia. My name is Tiana Walker. I'm 16 and currently a high school junior. Starting off high school, I was really able to find myself. I found that confidence, those social skills, and many friends. But over quarantine, the social isolation really led me to losing those friends, losing that confidence, losing those skills. And it was really me just diving back into things I loved doing when I was little, like painting and drawing and writing poetry, along with coming back into school and being around friends and people who are supportive of me that really helped me get back to my 100%. And within our business, this is really what we're trying to do to help others.
Hi everyone, my name is Carmen Mejia, and all my life I've been interested in helping others. Even as a little girl, I wanted nothing more than to help. And as I got older, I found myself being more attracted to mental health. I believe my biggest contributor to my interest in mental health would be my own personal experience with the matter. And as a result of that, it has pushed me to want to help others.
So, what we've been asking ourselves is how have people's mental health been affected in New York since COVID-19?
And here's the problem. The coronavirus pandemic has thrown all of us for a loop. Through isolation, people have been dealing with many mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, and suicidal tendencies. With our business plan, we want nothing more than to help those who lack resources and outlets by providing a safe space.
There are so many amazing ways to cope with the things that are going on in our lives, but it can be really hard to do so alone. Personally, we have both suffered from a variety of mental ailments due to this quarantine. And like others, we are really still trying to get back onto our feet. Collectively, all of us need a positive way to uplift ourselves. And we believe by promoting a welcoming environment where people can express themselves creatively, we can do so.
So, what is our idea? Essentially, we want to create a creative expression program offered to those between the ages of 18 and 32 that is basically a monthly subscription service. A subscription to TLC Artistry will include receiving a box full of the necessary art supplies needed for that month's theme. For instance, one month's theme may be the creation of jewelry. Within that box will be a variety of unisex beads, clasps, and anything else that may be needed.
On top of receiving that box full of art materials, we will also be meeting on Zoom every other week so our artists can create together. Our main goal with these creative meetings is to promote a safe and welcoming environment in which our artists can speak freely and open while also being creative. At the end of each month, our artists will have the option to keep their creations or to donate them to the American Red Cross organization. We feel like by allowing our artists to donate to the American Red Cross, it shows them that they are important and can make a difference.
And here's our sustainability slide. So in order to properly expand our business, we are only curating boxes geared towards people age 18 and 32. As we establish ourselves and get more money, we definitely plan on expanding to all age groups through different themes and varying art materials. In the future, we also plan to open studios where our artists can meet in person.
When doing our research, we found that the NYC Health Opinion Poll conducted May of 2020 has shown that these traumas caused by COVID, such as increased anxiety levels, feeling of isolation, and also seriously contemplating suicide. Since then, New York, of course, has made significant progress in combating COVID-19, but these psychological traumas still remain.
On top of that research that Tiana just mentioned, we held a survey of our own during the months of November and December that depicted 66% of people feeling as though their mental health was negatively impacted due to COVID-19. 50% of people also reported that reaching out to others helps relieve their stress, and 64% of people enjoy doing something creative to also relieve stress.
During an interview with Dr. Freeze, a psychology professor, she defined mental health issues as not being well psychologically and or emotionally. She also stressed the point that mental health is just as important as physical health and should be treated the same. When we're feeling sick, we seek out a doctor for help. We need to tackle our poor mental health by seeking out external supports. Also, we need to try finding something we like to do and sticking with it. Dr. Freeze also mentioned that the big stigmas in our culture causes most mental health issues to be overlooked, especially in people with low economic status and or people of color. They don't have the same resources. When going through this process, we really wanted to help all people because of course it isn't only people who are 18 to 32 going through this issue. We really wanted to include teens into our program because that's who we more so relate to at the moment. but teens require parental consent, which is a whole nother factor in creating our business plan. Along with right now, we see with teens and and everybody in Gen Z, we really do see how they're really advocating and fighting for mental health awareness, whereas in younger adults, we do not see the same. So we really wanted to put our focus to also advocating for young adults' mental health. Moving forward, will have the money and the resources to get people of all ages together and to join our program.
And here are some of the basics of our budgets, including sample months. So hopefully we are planning to start out with $4,100. $2,500 is going to be our potential grant. $600 will be owner's contribution, and $1,000 will be family and friends investments. And to the right, you can see 3 months worth of expenses for 3 different boxes, including jewelry making boxes, soap making kits, and crocheting materials. We also plan on getting 3 months worth of professional liability and 2 months worth of ads. Those advertisements will be placed on popular social media apps such as TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, etc.
Speaking of advertisements, this is one advertisement example that we have. We really want to create a virtually interactive ad because we know that that is, of course, well, in our experience and in experiences of others, what really grabs people's attention and want them to be like, hey, like, this is cool. Like, what is this? Let me see what's going on here. So this is one example of a virtually interactive ad we have came up with. In this advertisement, it's really we have a bunch of paintings around in a wall space. It's right there, and we have a section in the back where we will be placing our artists' work there to show them what it would look like to have their work plastered on a wall, to show them really what it is that they can do. And so here it is right here. And this is something like we would love to put on YouTube or TikTok and other popular social networking apps that are out right now. And they can walk around and do whatever. So this is just one of our ideas for that. Our plan is to be charging $35 a month for one person and a subscription. We believe and we hope to receive 15 people per month in our starting months, which will lead us to be making $525 in just a month. 6.5% of that will be going into our taxes because in the state of New York, taxes are 6.5% of the money you make. And about $133 will be going into our expenses and buying more products for that month. We got the number $133 because we actually made 3 sample months and averaged out the price, which would be about $133. But of course, if we need to spend more or less, we will be willing to do so.
And finally, I took a look into some of our competitors, one being Sketchbox, which is a monthly subscription that only provides materials for sketching. We differ from this company in the sense that our monthly boxes will include different art materials for different creations. And the next one is called Artsy, which is also a monthly subscription service that does have varying art materials and also focuses on mental health. But this company is a little more pricey, and unlike us, we are more affordable, making it more accessible. We also offer online meetings, making it more accessible to not only those in different demographics, but also different locations.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
Amazing. Good job. I'm going to pass it on to the judges.
So I have questions. I love the idea. I think that the problem statement is very, very viable for what's going on now. I am personally stressed out by the fact that I can't go to a bar or a restaurant or anything on a regular basis. So my question is, you're establishing 3 months with what looks like 3 separate projects as an option, right? What is your plan for growth, right? You said this is what you need if you're gonna have 15 people. But what if word of mouth comes? Can you upskill rapidly? Have you thought about that?
Yes. So we hope to expand our business with both word of mouth and also the social media advertising. We feel as though the more people come and see what we're about and what we do, hopefully they'll spread the word because they'll be like, oh my God, like look at all this stuff that I made and I can donate it and do this. So yes, word of mouth and advertisements is what we plan on doing.
Okay, so the advertisement is a problem for me.
Okay.
As we saw, the presentation was great. The advertisement is beautiful, but if you think about how it's going to be accessed, it was a challenge when we're all on Wi-Fi, right? Imagine if you're looking at this on your phone because you see an advertisement for it. Maybe we have to find a way to pare down the size of that advertisement so that it's more accessible to people on mobile devices. I think it's still workable. I think it's a great idea, but the execution could be a little bit better.
Okay, thank you.
I love the color scheme in your presentation. It wasn't too busy, it wasn't wordy. It was really, really well done.
Thank you.
I have a question. So part of what appealed to me about this was the part where people can hang out together and do it, because I get the sense that not only are you encouraging people to do something else with their time than just stream Netflix and create something, but also that there would be a community for them to come to. One of the things I've noticed though sometimes about communities, it's everybody starts out strong and then they they die down. So do you have thoughts on motivating people to continue to show up? Because if they feel like they're not using it, they're going to stop their subscription.
I feel like, of course, like if they feel like it's not working for them and they have a better way to get their mental health right, of course, we will want them to do that. We will want them to do whatever it is that will help them personally. And within our business, we're always going to add something new and do something new every single month. We're going to change our theme every single month, whether it's painting, watercolor, if it's creating clay sculptures. We're always going to be upscaling and doing something new. So I feel like that will also grasp the attention of others and want them to stay and see what's happening next.
That was great. That was great. And I know in the essence of time, I just want to jump in really quickly. Just like Liz mentioned, I think the sustainability is something that I'm also wondering about this great idea, by the way. You young ladies did phenomenal. Just I guess a thought or some advice. You may want to, so you're targeting 18 to 35-year-olds, but the $35 a month price point may be too high. So what I would do as an entrepreneur would be to try to sell it to their insurance, right? Because you guys are talking about, which is great, about improving their mental health. So maybe you can partner with insurance companies or hospitals to be able to offer your service to their patients. So that way they can afford the $35, $40, even $50 a month, because these insurances have that, that capacity. So you may want to think about changing your business model a bit in that sense. So instead of gearing it towards the consumer, which in our business is called direct to consumer, you would then look for a kind of an outside party to fund it for you guys. But I have a lot of ideas, but in the essence of time, that's the best I can do. But
yeah. That was a great idea. Thank you. We never considered that.
Okay, I have one other question. How you would put that initial $1,000 for you to go and get friends and family? Have you already started talking with your friends and family about this? Because asking for money can be challenging for people.
Yes, we have actually, it's promised. So we have actually went and asked friends and family, and they said, yes, once you start your business, I will be putting this amount of money in. And that's actually how we got that price.
Okay. And how did you choose the $1,000 rather than $5,000 or some other number?
That's the money they said that they will be willing to put in out of just the 2 people we asked. So.
Okay. So that's based on 2 people so far. Okay.
Nice.
Got it.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, let's give some love and some beautiful congratulations to the first team. Tiana and Carmen did a beautiful job.